Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode on Chris and Uncensored Japan. Today I am at the battlefield of Yamazaki, where on July 2nd, 1582, a battle to decide Nobunaga's legacy took place. So stay tuned as I look a little bit about how this came about. After Honnoji, Akechi Mitsuhide was mainly concerned with stopping Hideyoshi from extricating himself from the siege of Takamatsu Castle. So to that end, he sent messages to the Mori clan proposing an alliance, and in this way he hoped to keep Hideyoshi tied down. However, Hideyoshi's forces intercepted the messenger intended for the Mori, and in this way he found out what had happened to his liege lord. Acting quickly and to keep the incident a secret from the Mori clan, he quickly proposed a peace treaty with them. There were a couple of minimal concessions required, but upon finalization of the peace treaty, he was able to extricate himself, reverse course, and quick march towards Kyoto. His opportunity to make his mark upon the history of Japan and avenge his lord had come. Mitsuhide hadn't been able to grow his army beyond the 13,000 men that Nobunaga had initially given him to go to Hideyoshi's assistance, whereas Hideyoshi, on the other hand, had been picking up reinforcements all along the way during his forced march from the siege of Takamatsu, including Oda Nobutaka, one of Nobunaga's surviving sons. So this also gave him greater legitimacy as time went on. On the night before the battle, Hideyoshi sent a number of ninja into the Akechi camp, which was right along this river just behind me. This deprived the army of sleep and sowed confusion. By securing control of Mount Tenozan behind me, Hideyoshi now had control of the road to Kyoto, and thus had a significant advantage from the start of the battle, besides of course the numerical superiority he already had. On July 2nd, Hideyoshi had about 36,000 men compared to about 13,000 for Mitsuhide. He had the advantage of numbers and he used it. Mitsuhide tried to take back control of Mount Tenozan, but Hideyoshi's forces placed there drove him back with superior arquebus fire. This gave Hideyoshi confidence to order the main attack. Kato, Mitsuyasu, and Ikeda Tsuneyoki led Hideyoshi's right wing forward against Mitsuhide's army, and they were soon joined with support from Tenozan. Mitsuhide's men fell into confusion and panic and disorder began to spread. Mitsuhide fled the field and sometime later he was killed by bandits, dying a very ignominious death. Casualties were heavy on both sides. Mitsuhide lost about 3,000 men as compared to about 3,300 for Hideyoshi's army, but he could afford the losses as the end result turned out. If Mitsuhide had been able to bring more men to Yamazaki, perhaps the result would have been different, as likewise if he'd been able to catch Ieyasu after Honnoji, Japan might have taken a very different course in history if any of these outcomes had happened. But in the end, it was Hideyoshi who was first to arrive, and he knew it, that whoever arrived to avenge Nobunaga first would be the one who could claim to continue his legacy. After Yamazaki, Hideyoshi would continue Nobunaga's mission to unify the country, although unlike Nobunaga, he would do it through largely peaceful means. The river where the battle took place and the landscape around it has undoubtedly changed, but you can still sort of visualize what happened here centuries ago. Mitsuhide was survived by some of his children, one of whom, as a Catholic, was instrumental in her own way in shaping Japanese history prior to the Battle of Sekigahara. And perhaps I'll cover that on another video. I hope you enjoyed today's video on the Battle of Yamazaki, which avenged Nobunaga's assassination. My name is Christopher Glenn, and you've been watching Chris and Uncensored Japan. Feel free to check out my novel in Hideyoshi. I am providing a link to that in the description. Thank you so much for watching.